Hi, Sean, Elizabeth. I'm going to put a link in the chat here so you have this. This is a new report I'm going to talk about. Let me get YouTube going here. Yeah, we're making changes, particularly on Let's Go Help 2. So be patient with us. I mean, I've been studying this for 48 years now. And I've been working constantly and trying to find the best way to educate Americans about it. And I think I found it, but I haven't, because I did books and seminars and all this other kind of stuff, that people normally did before. And now, but with the internet, man, I could give more personal help than I've ever did before, and for $20. I used to give help like this for like $2,000 because rich people will pay for it, and that's that's just the way life is. Let me get here on YouTube and make sure we're going live. Maybe I didn't go live on YouTube. Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're there. Why don't I see it on YouTube? That's interesting. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. I see it. Okay, good. Good morning. Hi. So glad to catch you live. Yes, I'm glad to be live. I tell you, that's the best feeling in the world. And I'm very grateful for every day that I have on this earth now. It's just so wonderful to be here, and also to work with you guys on trying to teach you where these programs are. I have a new report. Look at the beginning of this. There's a report you should download where I'm putting all the best answers. This report has like 8 answers and 2 other major sources of free research. One is a state-by-state grant. So it shows you 500 grants in your state. And the other one is what I call my mega grants report. This shows you my cheat sheet of answers. But more importantly, I have a better cheat sheet that you could use now that I'm giving for to people. And that's, I don't even know what, a message from Matthew. And I guess that mainly what it's the most popular questions that members have. And the answers. So my 50 years or 48 years of research, I show you where to find government programs to finance the 8 big financial problems people have in their life. Everything from starting a business to fixing your garage or getting a car or the things that most people come up, paying rent, mortgage, stuff like that, your bills and everything. So I have these questions and answers in there with video instructions on how to do it. So you got my 48 years of instructions or research of this, all boiled down just for you and that question. So it's hard. We're getting bigger now. And my mission is trying to keep this inexpensive. I mean, rich people will pay tens of thousands of dollars for this. I want to be a place where somebody for $20 could find out what the government can do for them, what programs are available to make their life a little easier. And they're out there. I know it. I've been studying this forever. And my biggest mission now is to try to get it in a format so people could take advantage of it. And that's the hardest thing to do. And I keep working on that. So this report is there. And Let's Go Help 2 that you're on, we started on Facebook, and that got a little too unruly. So we got on Let's Go Help 2, which is a network called Mighty Network, and that has more features to help people personally. But the problem with Mighty Network is that people ask questions all over. So we've set up now a single place for you to ask questions on Mighty Network. There's still a lot of unanswered questions all over Mighty Network. So maybe you went on Mighty Network, a couple of months ago or whatever, never got an answer. And that's because there's so many of them, hundreds of them. So we got some temporary help in to answer those questions and to basically solve any problems that we can off the top of the head and give you this report. The report is at the beginning of the chat. So you go up to the beginning of the chat and download this. If you don't get that, then just ask us for it. We'll get it for you. And it's important that you know. I mean, what happens, after doing this for almost 50 years, there becomes patterns, and I see things happen, and that's why I get better at this every year. I don't get bored because I see new ways to do this. Let me go through some of the items that are here. Okay, first of all, we have 2 monster reports. Remember, the 2 monster reports. You want to download the monster reports. The monster reports are, one is called the Meta Grants Report, and the other one is called the Mini Grants Report for your state. Okay, it's just for your state. So these are 500 programs just for your state by categories. I mean, this to me is a gold mine. After studying this for, I think every state should have this and everything. But changing the government is a little beyond my capabilities. Just trying to get people to use the goddamn thing. I don't have the patience to try to change it. So please download this report. Download the 2 reports that it tells you about: the Meta Grants Report and the mini grants report, the mini state reports. Okay, there's 500 programs, on your state that I have there, and they're by category. So whether it's healthcare or childcare or legal help or starting a business, getting an education, the training and education section in this report is terrific. It's probably the best place you'll ever find on the internet for help with training and job training and to increase your salary. That's what it is. How do you increase your salary? How do you double your salary or whatever? That's what these programs are for, and they do not require a degree. And I think it's the best time in America to get a great job without a college degree and get free training. And these programs too pay you to learn. They pay you to learn. It may take a couple months. It may take a few years. They pay. You're making a living wage. While you're learning this stuff. I mean, where else are you going to get? Show me the university that does that. Because we need people. We need talented people. We need skilled people. Doesn't matter how old you are, man. You could be 50, 60 years old. And that's okay. You start a new career. Look, I'm 80. I probably live to 90. So at 60, that's 30 years ahead. And 30 years is long enough for any goddamn career, right? So who cares how old you are? Who cares, how funny you are or whatever? We need skills now. And that's what it's all about. And I feel that the things that stops us from doing most anything is just us. We have stupid shit in our head. We think that we can't do this or you shouldn't do that and all that kind. And that is just absolutely balderdash. I don't even know what the word is. I heard it in a cartoon or something like that. But it's so important that you get that stuff out of your head, what you think government is, what you think grants are, what you think society is, what you think opportunities are. You have to wash it away. The rules are changing every bloody day. And the only way you get to find out and take advantage of these is trying. Don't spend hours Googling. No, get the hell out of that. Grab one of these things, take one of these things. And so if you want to repair your car, okay, download number 7. Okay, number 7. Now we have a grant. We'll help you with that too. And they're all the organizations that help with that. Okay, you don't know which ones work for you, right? You don't know if they will work for you. Neither do I. But you have to find out. You have to get on that phone, call those organizations, and be ready to be turned down by 90% of them probably. Doesn't matter. You just need one. You just need one. And it's like anything else. I mean, the same way with looking for a job or looking for a date or whatever. You don't want every person to hire. You just need one person. That's why. Same with this money. You don't want to apply to everything. And so that's why if you're calling one program and see if they have anything and they don't, and you're judging the rest of the world about that, that is death. That's going to just cause your destruction because life is not that way. I just was calling for somebody who needed a cremation for a child, and I called 6 cremation people. Man, 2 of them were free. And the others charged from 300 to like 600, and that was just see. I mean, so you would think if you call the one person 600, oh boy, everybody's gonna crash. And this is an infant death, and it's not that a why. There are 2 of them, and in the same area. Same boy. You don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what's outside your room. You don't know what's outside your window, and that keeps you harnessed. That keeps you in the barn with blinders, and can't see the opportunities. And nobody can even tell you the opportunities because they're changing all the time. That's why you have to be out there with a shovel every day of your life, digging for another opportunity. Where the hell is that? Hey, I still can't find a goddamn place to live. Okay. If you can't, look at number 8. Okay, number 8, download number 8. That's 7 ways to get grants up to $200,000 to buy a home. And these are all for low income people. See, these grants for homes and housing and stuff like that, they're not for rich people. Rich people use them, but they're really mostly for low income people. So if you have low income people, you take that report of 7 organizations, okay, and you get on the phone, ASAP, call each one of them. And that's the only way to move forward. If you're trying to move forward by Googling and hoping something will fall out of the stars, it won't. It may, and you may get lucky, and people do. But if it isn't, you got to change your game plan. And if it's not working for you, sure, use the easy way first. But if it doesn't work, then you can't do that anymore. If you're not getting what you want now, then you can't keep doing the same damn thing. But the human nature in us is just terrible. Because of your information, I got my water heater fixed and my Montana Dakota electric bill paid by the Action of Eastern Montana and Rural Development out of Helena. Montana is giving me $9,000 grant for a new roof on my trailer. Do you hear that? $9,000 grant for a new roof on her trailer. Keep up the good work and God bless. Linda, this is what keeps me up, keeps me awake, keeps me alive, is you, Linda, that you can tell me that something I passed on to you helped. So if nobody else is doing that for you, then I feel a moral obligation to do this. Look at, nobody else just got Linda over $10,000 and a new roof on her trailer. Now, who would have thought? Who would have thought? How many of you, raise your hands? How many thought? How many of you thought that you could get a new roof on your $9,000 for a new roof on your trailer? Yeah, where the hell was? I wouldn't even know where the hell they are. I know where to look. See, that's what we do. I know where to look. So what we do is train you where to look. We don't fill out the forms or whatever. I mean, that's easy. Don't worry. Never worry about filling out the forms. Here's one of the items here, the most popular item, one of the 8 most popular items from members. Grant writers, learn why it is not very likely you will ever need one. Okay. In other words, you got a snowball chance of hell that you're going to need a grant writer. You want what? A grant writer or a new roof? Okay. Well, you got to do that. Okay. You want a new roof, Antone? Okay. Take that list in the beginning of this thing. One of the items on that list is called $70,000 grants for home repair. Here's the best places to start. Okay. See, now what this teaches you is where these are, where you live. Okay. You have to do the ditch digging there. In other words, I show you the bars where all the single women hang out who want to date. And that's what I do. You go and have to ask them. Okay. I can't guarantee you're going to get anything. Nobody can. 94 watch. I hit that like button. Hit the like button. Great. Thank you. And that's what you have to do, Anton. So get that list up there. See, that's a list. That's why I want to send that to everybody in our both groups now, and you're one group. When you pay once on Let's Go Help, you're in both of them. So don't worry, you have to pay and they heard another one. No. When you're in one, you're in Let's Go all the way, from your first cigarette to your last dying day. Been watching you on YouTube for a long time. It is cool to see you live and in person. It's Let's Go Help. Help me, Wanda. Help me, Wanda. It is so frustrating to know that I can maybe help so many people if they just knew about this. You have to do some work. Download this list. Download these reports. See, these 8 reports are like 80% of the questions that the thousands of members we have. And this is my answer to 80% of the questions that come in. 80% of the questions I have an answer for right here that you can get right now, and start to do it. My first video with you gave me hope. Thank you, Hattie. And that's another thing. Been watching you on YouTube a long time. It's cool. It is so important to have hope. And that's why I hope this, to show you, there are possibilities, because otherwise you'll go out and do the things that are natural for you. I'll look at Google, I'll call up a congressman or something, and you think you did a lot. And they'll both probably get nothing for you. Okay? That's just a start, baby. That is just a start. Unless your problem isn't important. I mean, I don't want to, say everybody has to do this. No, you may have another way to get money. You may have another way to solve problem. Like, more power to you. Don't spend time with me then. This is for people who don't have it. And see what bothers me. I'd definitely be downloading his paperwork. Thank you. Make sure that you have to have somebody, as Hattie said, the hope, because the hope keeps you calling again. And that's what I think. I've done it. I called. I mean, like I was just looking for a good price on cremation. It took me maybe a dozen phone calls. I mean, I would love to go. You go and Google or whatever, and and they'll be saying, "Oh, the best cremation, the best this." Maybe that's a list, but no. Until you call a half a dozen to a dozen places, you really don't know. Because they're advertising, trying to get you to for you to give them money. What they do is learn the words that will make you give them money. It may not be the stuff you want or anything, but they say as long as they get your money, they don't have to worry about it afterward. So that's what that's all about. So make sure you call people. Make sure you call, because the more you call, the more you're going to learn. Okay, and that's the important thing. So now. Remember, on Let's Go Help, on Facebook, you can always start a new discussion on Facebook, and I will answer it. It may take me a day or two to answer it or whatever. Now, on Let's Go Help 2, we have a Ask Your Question tab. If you look on the left-hand side of Let's Go Help 2, there's tabs there. You could find out about applying for our grants. You can find out who won the grants. All these kinds of things apply to our workshops that we have during the week. So you could apply to all those. And one of those tabs on the left-hand side is Ask a Question. It teaches you how to ask the question, so we get this organized and we can handle your questions. Okay, what's happening now, and what has happened, and it's understandable. We're just terrible. I mean, I'm a terrible management. I hate management. Because you have to tell people what to do, not people doing what they think they should do, because that's usually better than me. So what we're doing, what we have now, there's so many little boxes on Let's Go Help 2 that people, and there's places to ask questions. It looks like, anyway, it's really just comments, but people think it's for questions. So people put questions there that we have to answer, and we really didn't realize that, or I didn't. I was the stupid ass who did that. Sabrina set it up and whatever, and it makes sense. But I hate listening to instructions and stuff like that. So it's me. I'm that stupid old man that screwed this up. And that's important. So now trying to get a hold on it because I want to get in your head what I know, not what all the researchers know or something. I want to make sure you get what I know too, and that's the most important because I got 48 years in this, doing this and helping millions and millions and millions and millions of people use these programs, millionaires and people homeless too. And how that? I mean, when I take a 6-mile walk every day, and there's a bunch of homeless people, I keep tell them resources. Hey, you need this, you need that. Here, call this number, whatever. We all need help. And the rich people were paying me $2,000 for it. And that's why now, to me, this is a nice way to finish up my life. I feel it is charging only $20, so everyone has an opportunity to do. Leading the help report. Great. Okay. Either place you get it. Ask for it. Either way, go to the. The health report. Oh, you're on Let's Go Help too. Up in the beginning of the chat, there's a link to download it up at the beginning of the chat, Edward. So download that report up there at the beginning of chat. And when you open that report, then you have these guides, these instructional videos, on how to get $50,000 to start or expand a business. And here's what I say here. It's not going to be where you think it is. Okay? And even getting a grant is not the right way to do this. But you have to learn that. You have to know that. I have not received any. Please send me. Danielle, up at the beginning of the report, the beginning of the chat on Let's Go Help Too. Download that report there. The 8 questions that are 90%, 80% of the questions that members ask that I personally answer are there. So you have it. Me with video instructions, okay? If you want to help advertise, I own a radio station, and that is, wow. Well, awfully nice. I used to do a lot of that. Yeah, I have it. But yeah, let me think about it. Now that's interesting. Tammy, you know what I'm trying to do too? I don't know if you saw the letter, the thing we have, the custom report. I'm trying to put that aside now to not confuse people too much and not do that. Maybe we'll bring it back later, but let's put that aside and we give people this, the link upstairs. But what I want you to do to people, if you're going to give it to people, open the report, cut and paste all the documentation and show them all the documentation. Don't give them the task of opening up the link. Show them the documentation, okay? And that's what you want. You want to see all the links and the videos and everything all lined up in front of them so they don't have to open anything. This way they get, they see what it's there instead of, I'll open it later. No, they've been waiting this time to solve problems. So I want them to hit the ground running and do this. Okay, Tammy? Okay. So we have here are the 8 items. One is the best way to use Let's Go Help. So it shows you all the key sources of help, of all free. We never charge extra. Once you join Let's Go Help, you'll never get an extra bill, okay? You'll get one next month if you're on a monthly subscription, but never somebody's going, you want something that? I'll charge you more. All those are scammers that somehow sneak in. And that's another reason why we're on Let's Go Help too, is that it's easier to keep out the scammers. So we have that. That's the first one. The next is home repair. How to get $70,000 for home repair. There's more home repair money now than ever before that I've ever found in America, and that's all available. But it takes work. So you have to download that report, watch the video, follow the instructions, and then make your phone calls. Download the report, watch the videos, follow the instructions, and then make your phone calls, okay? And there's no shortcut for that. I'm starting a real estate investment. Where's the best place to start researching? Well, the best place to start researching, Rose, is a list I have. That's number 7. That's all the people who help people buy homes, okay? And that's, I'm sorry, not 7, number 8. It's 7 nonprofit organizations that help people buy homes. But ask me, if you go over to Let's Go Help on Facebook, ask me about real estate investing. I have another more complete report on that. Okay, Rose? So you go to facebook.com/groups and then / Let's Go Help with W capital L and then capital H. Okay. And I'll send you a big report on real estate investing. Another thing, Rose, I think is very important. Go here, go to Meetup. Meetup.com. Go there also. This is where people get together and solve problems together. Okay. So they're all, they have real estate clubs there. These are like clubs, but they don't charge money. There are people doing the same thing. So you can learn from other people doing what you want to do and learn for free. You don't have to do some real estate course or whatever. No, nonsense. These people are doing it themselves and already figured it out because they're probably, a couple of weeks, couple of years ahead of you. And they share the information for free. Now that's priceless to me. And then what you should do is go here. Go to the report number 3. Okay, report number 3, Rose, and download that report and start making appointments with mentors who will help you start this business for free. That's all they do. They get grants. See, the government wants you to start a business. They want you to be employed. They want you to create jobs for other people too. Okay, so that's very important. And so they hire people to be available to help you do that. And so they've helped 50 people do this already. Okay, so it's better to talk to them instead of some schmuck like me who's never done this. I show you this here. Where can I find information on how to enroll in a career certification course? I said, yes. Where do I have that? Student that. That's a mode. Here's the best way to. No, I didn't have this on this list. Okay. Okay. You want to. Okay. Go to careeronestop.org. Okay. And they're loaded with there. North Carolina from PA in a few months. Moving to North Carolina from PA in a couple. Yeah, so down in North Carolina, put a zip code about where you think you're going to live in North Carolina, and do that. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. No, here's the thing to do. You want to download the 500. You want to download the 500 milligram report. And the list I give you, that's in the beginning of this report, that has every state. So you can download Pennsylvania, North Carolina, whatever. Now, there's a section in there for jobs and job training. And that's where you do. And then where you start when you get that is at the Career One Stop. You call them, make an appointment. You call them now because you want to line up something early before you get there. So you call them up now and you say, hey, I'm coming down to North Carolina and I'm going to need a job. And can you help me? Give me some advice or what because what they have too is a lot of training money. If you don't have a job, it's pretty easy to get training money nowadays. There are so much available all over for people. And it's just going to waste, and you don't know, and you're suffering and not being able to take advantage of this. Okay. Business Gov't can advise that networking is a great tool to help businesses uh, and even at start. Correct me if I'm wrong. Most of where you want the business state, then you want the grants from that state. Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, you go there because that's the place, your state where you're going to be is a place that you want to talk to because they want to create jobs in that state. So that's why you want it. So and they know the programs in that state. So it start local. You start with consultants. I mean, the free consultants who know this stuff. Don't go to Google. Don't go to Google. Don't go to Google. You want the free consultants that know where this stuff and get their help to point you in the directions and help you think through your idea. I mean, you get people, you talk to, and don't only talk to one, you talk to half a dozen. And to build and to find opportunities. You don't know what the opportunities are. I don't know what the opportunities are. But the more you talk to people, the more you'll find the opportunities. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to turn into a fat blob. I won't be able to get out of bed, and I don't want to be like that. If I could, I was a fat kid, so in my 20s, I started running, and that kept the weight off. And I never want to be fat again because the thinner I get, the more energy I have to keep doing this. I got to keep doing this for about 10, 15 more years. So doing the exercise thing is the way that helps me. So, okay, at the beginning of this, there's a link. Download that link. And we're going to be trying to answer all the unanswered questions. And Let's Go Help too. You want to start a question, go to the tab about start a question on the left-hand side of Let's Go Help too. And now here's another thing too. People who are watching this on YouTube, if you can't afford the $20, I have another thing called tryletsgo.com. This gives you your local sources that will do a lot of this research that I do and charge you $20. They'll do for free. So download that report at tryletsgo.com. Download it, see the video, follow up, and call those sources in that report to see how they will tryletsgo.com. Yeah, that's for people who can't afford to join. Quick question. How soon do grants get paid out after applying? For us, we take about 2 weeks. Other people, it could be 2 weeks, 2 months, or longer. Tammy, 7 to 14 days, us or other people. Yeah, it varies all over. I mean, you can't bet the farm on anything. And if you have a faster way, okay, to do it, then do it. Yeah, now I think we're sending out the free computers, man, almost overnight. I just see them flying out the door now. That's a great. We also give out 25 free laptops every month. Yeah, are these Zoom calls going? Are they scheduled? When are these Zoom calls going? There's a schedule for Zoom calls on the left-hand side of Let's Go Help 2. There's a schedule there, so you could see the schedule when they are. Right now, they're 2 or 3 times a week we have these. So that's it. Okay, so let me go out and try to lose weight, stay in shape so I can be more selfish and feel so good when it helps somebody. That's what I mean. Giving is, I think the 2 things is in life is have fun and help others, man. And that's what I hope members do too. And they do. I mean, it's amazing how much the members help each other. And that's so cool. And I appreciate that very much. So, because I'm having fun and I'm hoping I'm helping people. I wouldn't be able to make a living if I wasn't. I'd have to find something else to do. That's fine, I guess. I have to. You have to help somebody else. We're here to help somebody else, not us. We have to take care of ourselves, yes, but help somebody else.